Seth and Alice Daly, been married for 25 years, 4 kids, all the way from 21 down to 12. Built multiple businesses together, real estate, Magic Mom, got table builders, real estate brokerages. We also help couples, particularly not just life partnership, but also business partnership. Seth and I have been doing that together for over 20 years. We've done some things well, and we've made a lot of mistakes along the year. We love being able to share the good, the bad, and the ugly, because it's all just real. I think everybody's just more open to talk about habits and structure and how do we want to kick off the year and how do we want to establish rhythms in our life that are going to serve us in creating the lifestyle, the leverage in our businesses that we want, and the generational impact, the legacy that we want to leave.
These 3 words, maybe make some sections for yourself that when it comes to habits, there's really kind of 3 things that we're thinking about at any given point in time, right? What do we want to start? What do we want to stop? And what do we want to keep? And all 3 of these have different energy. Get to a season where life feels really complex, there can be this pruning that happens. And that for us is like, okay, what are we doing right now that we want to go into 2025? We just want to stop doing. It's something we want to minimize or reduce out of our schedule.
What are the things we want to keep? So, because I think there's this notion of, well, it's January, get back to the grind or get back to work. And what we found out about ourselves and our own relationship was, you know what, come the first week of January, that's actually a really good time for us personally to take a break.
What are some habits that we established as a family in the past year or years past that we want to keep? What are some things we want to dust off? This is a habit, but we want to keep it, but we're remembering right now how like it slipped away just a little bit recently and we want to bring it back. What's something that I want to do now for the rest of my life? That usually carries a lot of weight and a lot of hard energy to it. And if it can just be, all right, we've got a season. Maybe that season is the first quarter of 2025. Maybe it's the year. Maybe it's the next month. But what's something that you want to start as a new season? A great tool to use. Decisions and habits. Discipline is actually just something you need. Like that's the willpower until you get a habit working. And then the habit kind of works at this subconscious level and it requires way less discipline or way less willpower to keep it working.
How do you design a habit? 3 really simple steps around what you want to be very clear with a habit. One, it has to be actionable and it has to be clear. I get a lot of people that will say things like, well, I just, want to be more thankful. The second thing is it's simple. Like we're not going to make this complex. It's got to be so simple. It's like dummy proof to be able to succeed. We love saying, like, well, I'm going to go work out for 90 minutes 5 times a week. And it's like, if you've not worked out at all in the last 3 months, that might not be a great place to start. How about a 10-minute walk once a week? Very simple.
Love it.
And then just make it measurable, easy to track progress, like nothing complicated, easy to know where you are. So are you using like calendar or using like track progress? And it doesn't have to be super complicated.
Alice and I have good rhythms right now of getting out on date night. We know that we're going to be out once a week or twice a week. We're going to be out there together as a couple on date night. Well, there might be an area where we want to add into that conversation. This might sound weird to some people, but like, hey, something we're not doing a great job of is checking in on our finances. So how about we just agree to have like, this 3-minute check-in on the drive to wherever we're going for date night. Let's just have this agreement to have a really quick check-in on that. It's a way of adding one habit that is harder to create to a habit that's already working well. Reflection questions. This is definitely one of those pause, grab a journal.
Yeah, definitely do take a screenshot. These are great conversations to have with your partner.
There might be habits that you established that were perfect for when they were. They might have run their course and then there's an opportunity to do something different. There's also the reality that in each of our relationships or our finances or our health or whatever, we might feel like we've kind of dug ourselves into a hole. Like there's a lot of us that feel like we're playing out of a deficit. And in the same way that it's like, small actions over time, it's like, feels like getting out of something negative, or maybe your relationship, you don't feel close. You're like, all right, so this one little action, I tried it. And at the end of the first day, we didn't immediately feel closer. All right, guys, hope that was helpful. If you want to reach out to us, here's our contact information, or you can find us anywhere on social media.
Yeah. And if you want that PDF, Seth, if they reach out, can we get that to them?
Yeah, absolutely. Yep. Just put habit tracker somewhere that you find us, and we're happy to get that to you. We wish everybody just the very best kind of starting off in this new year here. And we want to see couples win. We especially want to see entrepreneurial couples that are building businesses and lives together. We've got a special place in our heart for just the challenges that creates. And we want to see you win in 2025. So anything we can do to be of support to you, we'd love to be in more communication and community with you in that. We'll talk to you soon.